our country India, and we have learnt about the different political divisions of India and the physical features of India, right? So in the last class we have recalled about the different political divisions of India, right? So what about the political divisions of India? India is divided into 28 states and 8 union territories, right? So in today's class we are going to have a quick recap on the different physical features of India. Okay, shall we see? Yes, see. So India has how many different physical features? It has 6 different physical features, right? What are they? Northern mountains, northern plains, Great Indian Desert, Southern Plateau, coastal plains and islands, right? So we have 6 different physical features in India. So how we are classifying these physical features? Based on the different landforms present in the India. Okay, so different landforms means what? We have mountains, flatlands, coastal lines, deserts, right? So these are the different landforms. Okay, so based on these landforms, India is divided into 6 different physical divisions. Okay, and they are northern mountains, northern plains, Great Indian Desert, Southern Plateau, coastal plains and the islands. So already we have learned about all these things, right? So now I hope that you have a clear idea on all these things, right? So now let's have a small recap, okay? So see, first let us see the location of this different physical features, okay? So this number 1 area, this brown color area is there now, this is northern mountains, okay? It starts from here and ends till here, okay? So it is starting from here and ending from here. This is northern mountains and this green colored area is northern plains, okay? Northern plains are very fertile, so it is shown in green color, okay? This is northern plains and this is Great Indian Desert. And this orange colored area is Southern Plateau, and this area, this dark green area is coastal plains, and at the both sides in the sea we have Lakshadweep Islands and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Okay, so these are islands. Okay, so these are the location of our different physical features. Okay. Yes, now let us recap one by one. Okay, so first is the northern mountains, right? So as we have seen in the map, it is located in the northern part of India, right? So northern part of India is surrounded by a large mountain range that is called what? Himalayas. Okay, so this word Himalayas means what? Home of snow. That is, Himalayas is covered with snow. Okay, and it starts from, that is, it extends from Jammu and Kashmir in the north and it extends till Arunachal Pradesh in the northeast. Okay, see, it is starting from Jammu and Kashmir, right? So it is located in the northern part of India. So here we have Jammu and Kashmir. So it starts from Jammu and Kashmir and it ends till here. So here we have Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, so it starts from Jammu and Kashmir and extends till Arunachal Pradesh in the northeast. Okay, and see what are the rivers we have in northern mountains. It's from northern mountains, the rivers that originate are Ganga, Yamuna, Indus and Brahmaputra. Okay, and how they are formed? And they are formed by the melting glaciers of Himalayas. Don't forget, glaciers means large, big mass of moving ice. Okay, so when this ice melts, we will get rivers. Okay, and what are those rivers? Ganga, Yamuna, Indus and Brahmaputra. Okay, and so when we are moving to the higher range, see, the higher range of Himalayas are rocky and covered with snow. So when we are going to greater heights of the Himalayas, it is completely rocky and it is fully covered with snow. Okay, and then see, the world's highest peak, Mount Everest, is situated here. So it is the world's highest peak, Mount Everest, and it is situated in Himalayas. Okay, and the next physical feature we have learnt is about northern plains, right? So where it is located, it lies to the south of Himalayas. So down to Himalayas we have this northern plains and it is formed by the rich soil deposited by the Himalayan rivers. Okay, so Himalayan rivers will flow from Himalayas to this northern plains. Okay, so this northern plains are formed by the soil that is deposited by these rivers. Okay, we know, right, when the water flows, it carries so many soil with them, right? So likewise, this Himalayan rivers will also carry so many fertile soil with them. So this northern plains are formed by those soil. Okay, and see, these rivers flow down the mountains and So this fine, rich and fine soil is called the what? Silt. Okay. So the silt makes the soil fertile and suitable for growing different kinds of crops. Okay. So this northern plains are formed by silt, which is a fertile soil carried down by the Himalayan rivers. Okay. So as the soil is fertile, we can grow a variety of crops here. Okay. So this northern plains are very fertile. Okay. Now see the location of northern plains. See here we have Himalayas, right? So to the south of Himalayas we have northern plains. So this green colored area shows the northern plains. Okay, this is very fertile. Okay. So the next physical feature we have learned is the Great Indian Desert, right? So where it is located? In the northwestern part of India, in this side. This red colored region is there now. That is our Great Indian Desert. Okay. So it is also known as what? Thar Desert. So where is Thar Desert located? In the northwestern part of India. Okay. So you see it starts from Gujarat and it is extending to Punjab and Haryana. Okay. And the major portion is in the state of Rajasthan. Okay. And see why we are declaring some place as a desert? Because it will receive only little rainfall. Okay. That's why it is called a desert. So, what is a desert? See, it is a vast dry area with sand that covers most parts of Rajasthan. Okay, so it is a very big, completely dry area and it is fully covered with soil. Okay, and our Thar Desert covers most parts of the state of Rajasthan. Okay, so it receives little rainfall, so there is scarcity of water. As it is receiving very little rainfall or sometimes there is no rainfall, so there is scarcity of water. Okay. So plants such as date palms and cactus which can survive dry conditions can be found here. Okay. So the plants which can live in the desert conditions can alone be found in this Great Indian Desert. Okay. Some examples of date palms and cactus. We know dates, right? That is date palms and cactus. Okay. So the next physical feature is about the southern plateau, right? So if you want to know about southern plateau, we should know what is a peninsula. So what is a peninsula? An area which is surrounded by water on three sides and the land on one side is peninsula. Okay. See, an area which is surrounded by water on three sides and a piece of land on one side. See, this is our country India. It is surrounded by water bodies on three sides and it is having land on one side. Okay. So our India is a peninsular country. Okay. And this is the peninsular part. Okay. So India is surrounded by Bay of Bengal, Indian Ocean and the Arabian Sea. Okay. These three oceans we have in India. And now see, let's see southern plateau. So the southern plateau covers most of the peninsular region. We know where is peninsular region, right? This is the peninsular region. So this is the region that is surrounded by water on three sides. Okay. So this area comes for southern plateau. Okay. So covers most of the peninsular region. Okay. And then see, it consists of three plateaus. What are they? Chota Nagpur Plateau, Malwa Plateau and Deccan Plateau. So what are the three plateaus that comes under the southern plateau? Chota Nagpur Plateau, Malwa Plateau and the Deccan Plateau. Okay. Among that we have learnt about the Deccan Plateau, right? Yes, see, this Deccan Plateau is the largest plateau in India. Okay. And what are the rivers that are flowing through this region? Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri. Okay. And it is surrounded by a range of hills called Ghats. The southern plateau is surrounded by a range of hills on its both sides. Okay. And this is called Ghats. So in the eastern side we have Eastern Ghats and the western side we have Western Ghats, right? And the northern part of the southern plateau is bordered by Vindhya and Satpura ranges. Okay. These are also mountains. Okay. So these are the things about the southern plateau. So in the southern plateau we have learned about Deccan Plateau, right? So the largest plateau of India is Deccan Plateau. Okay. And the next physical feature is coastal plains, right? So see, the southern plateau is surrounded by a flat land on both sides. So here we have southern plateau and on the both sides there is a flat land, right? So this flat land is known as what? Coastal plains. Okay. So this area is called the coastal plains. So the southern plateau is surrounded by flat lands on its both sides and this is known as what? Coastal plains. Okay. And see, how is the climate here? Climate is neither too hot nor too cold throughout the year. Okay. So the climate will be moderate. It will be neither too hot nor too cold. And this coastal plain is divided into two, eastern coastal plains and the western coastal plains. Okay. So in the west side we have western coastal plains and in the east side we have eastern coastal plains. Okay. So that's all about coastal plains, right? And the last physical feature is islands. So what is island? An area of land that is surrounded by water on all sides is called island. Okay, island means a piece of land that is surrounded by water on its four sides. Okay, this is an example. Here see we have a piece of land and it is surrounded by water on all sides, right? So an area of land that is surrounded by water on its four sides is islands. Okay. So a piece of land that is surrounded by water on three sides means it is a peninsula. Okay. So an area of land that is surrounded by water on four sides means that is island. Okay. So in India we have two islands, right? What are they? The Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Lakshadweep Islands, right? So here we have Lakshadweep Islands in the west side and Andaman and Nicobar Islands in the east side. Okay. So in India we have two island groups. What are they? The Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Lakshadweep Islands. Okay. Now see, where is this Andaman and Nicobar Islands located? It is located in the east side, right? In Bay of Bengal. Okay. So this is Andaman and Nicobar Islands. It is located in the east side in the Bay of Bengal. And where is this Lakshadweep Islands located? Lakshadweep Islands is located in the west side in Arabian Sea. Okay. So Andaman and Nicobar Islands is located in Bay of Bengal and the Lakshadweep Islands is located in the Arabian Sea. Okay. So these are about the physical features of India, right? So now we have recalled about the political divisions of India and the different physical features of India, right? So now I hope that you have a clear idea on the political divisions and the physical features of India, right? Yes, now let us do the book back exercise, okay? Yes children, now all of you take your social students book page number 48, okay? So take your students book page number 48 and also take your pencil with you, okay? Shall we start? Yes, now see, the dash covers most part of the northern part of India. So what we have in the northern part of India? We have northern mountains, right? Northern mountains means which mountain? It is Himalayas, right? Very good. So the dash covers most part of the northern part of India. It is Himalayas, okay? Write Himalayas. H-I-M-A-L-A-Y-A-S, okay? Himalayas. The Himalayas covers most part of the northern India, okay? Now see the second question. Most of the Thar desert lies in the state of dash. So I have said to you this already, right? Most of the Thar desert lies in the state of Rajasthan. Okay, so actually Thar desert lies in the state of Rajasthan. Okay, right? Rajasthan. R-A-J-A-S-T-H-A-N. Rajasthan. Okay, most of the Thar desert lies in the state of Rajasthan. Yes, have you all completed second one? Now see the third one. The Deccan Plateau is surrounded by the dash on both sides. So on the both sides of the Deccan Plateau, what do we have? We have Ghats, right? So the Deccan Plateau is surrounded by Ghats on both sides. Okay, write Ghats. G-H-A-T-S. Okay, Ghats. The Deccan Plateau is surrounded by Ghats on both sides. Okay. And now see what is the fourth question. Krishna and Kaveri rivers flow into the dash. Do you know this? Krishna and Kaveri rivers flows in the Deccan Plateau, right? And at last they flows into the Bay of Bengal. Okay. So Krishna and Kaveri rivers flows into the Bay of Bengal. Okay. Write Bay of Bengal. B-A-O-I of Bengal. B-E-N-G-A-L. Okay. So we always know that rivers will always end up mixing with the sea, right? So this rivers, Krishna and Kaveri, will flow into Bay of Bengal. Okay. And see what is the fifth question? The Andaman and Nicobar Islands lie in the dash. Andaman and Nicobar Islands lie in the which ocean? Again, it is Bay of Bengal, right? Lakshadweep Islands is located in the Arabian Sea and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands lie in the Bay of Bengal. Okay, again Bay of Bengal, right? Yes, Have you all completed the fill in the blanks? Now shall we do the match the following? See the questions are Lakshadweep Islands, Mount Everest, Southern Plateau, the Great Indian Desert and the Northern Plains. And the options are Chota Nagpur, Malwa and the Deccan Plateaus. Then formed by silt, deposited by the Himalayan rivers. Then highest peak, Arabian Sea and Thar. Now our first question is Lakshadweep Islands. So among this, which option will suit Lakshadweep Islands? Lakshadweep Islands is located in the Arabian Sea, right? So match option 1 to option D. Lakshadweep Islands is located in Arabian Sea. Okay. Yes. Now see question number 2. Mount Everest. What is Mount Everest? It is the highest peak, right? So match option 2 to option C. Highest peak. And now see what is the third question? Southern Plateau, right? So Southern Plateau is divided into Chota Nagpur Plateau, Malwa and the Deccan Plateaus, right? So match question number 3 to option A. Yes, now see the Great Indian Desert. The Great Indian Desert is also known as Thar Desert, right? So match question number 4 to E. Great Indian Desert is Thar Desert, okay? And at last, Northern Plains. So Northern Plains are formed by the silt deposited by the Himalayan rivers, right? So match question number 5 to option B. Have you all done? Yes, children, now you have a let's observe section, right? See, they have shown one landform in the picture. So you have to find which landform is shown in the picture. From the picture itself, you can easily identify, right? It is fully covered with water. So what is this? It is an island, right? And next question is give 2 examples of this landform in India. So I need 2 examples of this landform which is situated in India. And the last question is how is this landform different from a peninsula? So what is the difference between this island and peninsula? Okay. So this is a homework for you. Okay. So this let's observe in page number 48 is your homework. Okay. So that's all, children. So with this we have completed our lesson, right? So I hope that you have copied all the notes in your social notebook and also you have done this book back exercise, right? So in the next class we will have a small test on this chapter 5, okay? Be prepared for the test. Meet you in the next class. Thank you.